Hey guys, I'm Ken from Starbuck Excavations. I'm the proud operator of our new 323 next generation cat excavator, which runs this beautiful Engcon EC226 PS system on it, which has even got its own built-in grab on the back. Now it's got what's called EC oils. So what that means is this hitch here, which is the Engcon, actually comes off. It is separated from the actual hitch of the machine, which is, if you look at it here, the Engcon is basically an attachment in itself. So you can take off the Engcon if you just want to use your buckets, which is a great idea. Is if you're using it on jobs where you don't need the tilt rotator, you can just simply take it off and just leave it at the front of the job or leave it at the yard, but you can still pick up your attachments without the Engcon system on. It's got what's called EPS, which is a wireless integrated system within the Engcon, which sends all the GPS signals to my built-in Trimble GPS on the inside of the machine. We'll go for a walk around the machine. If you have a look up here, you can see there's a camera up there which gives you front view of the machine from that camera. We walk around the machine, we have another camera up here which is on the cabin side. We then walk around the back of the machine with their newly designed counterweight, which looks great. Up here we have our normal standard camera at the back of the machine. We then walk down the blind side of your machine, which has also got a camera on your blind side, which is a very good idea. So you can see everything that's happening on your blind side. You can see here, you can see that the stairs are built into the fuel tank, which is very easy to access, which is great. We come up here, we have our two Trimble mushrooms, or receivers as people know them as, where these are just receivers where the other mushrooms you have on the machine are completely different to these. All these do here is just pick up information from the satellites, where the bulk of everything else is done by an inbuilt modem which is in the machine. So therefore they just act basically as aerials that transfer the information to each other. One thing it's got is only one hydraulic pump in the machine that powers the whole machine with hydraulic pressure, which is good. I guess in a way it means that there's less problems that can go wrong. We then come around the front of the machine and we have here our AdBlue tank. Now on this machine it's 41 litres of AdBlue, which is a lot better than the other machines, where the other machines are only about 18 litres. So it holds a lot more AdBlue, which is good. It lasts a lot longer. A couple of good things about this machine that I've found since I've been operating it is that it has built-in 2D and 3D GPS, which is great. It's got better fuel consumption on the machine, which is good if you're trying to save money on your fuel. It's got standard grade control, which is just built in, which uses the normal points on the machine that you have grade assist on all your other machines, but this has come standard. It's got what's called slew assist in the machine, which means is if you're working up and down up against a fence line or in between barriers or something like that, there's a function inside the machine where you select your slew, so the machine will not slew any further than what you set it to, which is great if you're working in tight little areas. It's got E-fence sealing mode, which means if you're working under power lines, you can set a height on top of your dipper arm here, so the machine won't lift any higher than what you've set it at. You can also select what's called E-fence wall, which means if you're working here and you've got a fence line that's here, you can then put your bucket there and set it at 0, so the machine will not let you stick out any further past your wall that you've set. It's also got what's called E-fence bottom mode, which means which is e-fence floor, which is also known as. If you're digging a trench or something like that and you don't want to go any deeper than a certain specific height, you then sit your bucket at that point and you set your zero there, and then the machine will physically not let you lower your dipper arm any lower than what you've set your height at. One good thing about these new models is they've got a lot better visibility out of the cabin. With now your stairs and your built-in fuel tank, you can then see out your blindside windows a lot easier than the other machines. Plus you've got your camera views on the inside, which I'll show you in another video. It's also got in it what's called product link, which is a thing that allows the machine to be GPS tracked, gives you a rundown on how many hours the machine's been running for, how long it idles for, how much fuel it's burning, how long it's running at max revs, how long. It just gives you a really good rundown on the way that the machine's functioning, which is another beautiful idea, which a lot of people probably know this is, it's also called Vision Link. So another really good function that these machines run.